need your space, then pull me close. I read your silence, louder than most. One day you're warm, the next day you're cold. Got me second guessing what I already know. I give you love, but you ration yours. You open up just to close the door. I stay up late, tryna read your mind. I can't read your mind, but your love got rules that change all the time. Why are you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin.
If you ask anyone to name 3 associations with Russia, you will almost certainly hear about ice, heavy snow, and a leaden sky. And that makes perfect sense. We are accustomed to viewing this territory in exactly that way. But hidden behind those long months of frost lies an aspect that guidebooks often overlook: the short, yet absolutely uncompromising flash of the Russian summer. When discussing these regions, stories regularly emerge about the severe architecture, the freezing temperatures, and the historical upheavals. Yet we must remember that the common denominator in all those settings is the human element. When the temperature crosses the 90-degree mark and the asphalt begins to melt, a completely different landscape is revealed. The heavy layers of clothing disappear, and against the backdrop of monumental Stalinist avenues and concrete residential blocks, a phenomenon emerges that is simply impossible to ignore. Step out onto the streets bathed in the July sun. You will not see that calculated, glossy aesthetic so eagerly pushed by modern Western marketers. No, this is something different. This is breed. The local summer does not forgive sluggishness. It disappears just as quickly as it arrives. And that is exactly why every warm day is lived at the absolute limit of visual expression. Notice the way they move. The thin, light fabric stands in sharp contrast to the rough concrete. Whether it is a sweltering Moscow where the air literally shimmers above the multi-lane highways, or the mystical, transparent light of St. Petersburg's white nights, the local woman always maintains an inner framework. Foreigners who regularly visit these parts are often baffled by one particular detail. They do not try to be artificially sweet. Their eyes lack that customary fawning over a random passerby, or that obligatory everyday cheerfulness. This gaze is direct, scanning. As one visiting journalist once noted, a smile here is not an automatic social reflex. It is a reaction that you still have to earn. Now, the question must be asked, are they trying too hard? There's a worn-out stereotype about high heels, perfect hair, and a flawless style at 3 o'clock in the afternoon under a scorching sun. Many would consider this excessive, but please do not be fooled. This is not an attempt to please anyone.
In essence, it is the strictest form of personal discipline. Stepping out for an iced coffee at the corner shop on the next block is an event in itself, a reason to look as if every step is being captured by a movie camera. It is hardwired into their subconscious. It is a striking ability to dominate the space, keeping face and form even when the entire city around them is choking on dust and heat. And do not think there is some single, template-driven standard of beauty. Not at all. It is a colossal melting pot. You will see the pale skin and sharp cheekbones characteristic of the European North right next to the deep tans and burning temperaments of the South. You will encounter the hypnotic shape of the eyes and the impenetrable calm brought from the East. It is the diverse genetics of dozens of nations merged into one powerful current. But what unites them all is one thing: a total control over how they project themselves into this world. And then comes the summer evening. The air grows thick, the scents sharper. Glasses of ice clink on open-air verandas. And in the muted neon light, these faces acquire a true cinematic depth. They know how to wear simplicity so that it looks like exclusivity. The most ordinary light dress looks like a manifesto on them. Why? Simply because their aesthetic is a challenge to the brief season, to the daily routine, and to history itself. They know perfectly well that long, exhausting months of darkness and cold lie ahead, and so they take absolutely everything from these sun-drenched days, living them brightly and without compromise. Life in these territories can be harsh and unpredictable, but when you see them walking through a sweltering summer city, you realize only one thing: this is a story definitely worth watching.
Где через 6 улиц? Скажите, добрались. О, естественно.
Поговорить вы успеете, а
Врагам купались всем. И он издевается, зачем так делать? Я обожаю. Мне надо, чтобы у меня выехал.
Алиса, смотри. Я очень много преодолел для этой воды. Скажут, что, скорее всего, я не готов разговаривать, у меня тяжелый день был, бла-бла-бла-бла-бла-бла.